How's it going, people? It is Liam Caddison here, and we're reacting to another episode of iZombie as we get into episode 2 of this first season, which I really enjoyed the setup for, not just the show in general, but also the characteristics and traits of Liv, especially how she came to be a zombie and the fact that she has these very, very unique traits about her. So yeah, it was a very, very fun and amazing start, and I'm really looking forward to the adventure ahead of us, and hopefully you guys will be in for an equally entertaining treat, I guess, with these reactions. But it was just a really, really superb first episode, and honestly it was a lot of fun. So yeah, no complaints whatsoever. So yeah, why don't we get into this episode of iZombie? This is episode number 2 for season 1. Let's go.
Javier, you missed a great dinner.
Lola!
Did someone have him for dinner? Oh, in the eye! Lovely!
Better?
Much.
It's just like that relief, isn't it?
Trying to do her part.
Brains to cleanse the brain. Ugh.
I was gonna rename this Major's excuse to come over, but I'm trying to maintain an air of mystery.
Why? Because it's too hard? What does that tell you?
Oh, it's a little bit messy. Especially with just what she saw in the last episode, so. But not. Oh, she what the? Is this a? Yeah, it's okay. That was not cool.
Oh God.
Mi diosa de miel.
Someone's here.
Maybe someone who stumbled in on them to getting lucky.
I didn't understand it either.
Javier was having an affair.
Yeah.
It was pretty hot.
So during this
It's so weird, like she can access that memory, right?
No, you gave me 50 Shades of Psychic and no vital details. Look, he was having an affair. His wife caught him. Like I said, it's always the spouse.
But you can't jump to the
I'm gonna
assumption.
head over and question her again. You feel like joining me? Maybe you'll have another vision. Hopefully one that's less late night premium cable.
We have to keep things below the rated R section, folks. Come on.
Life would be like asking him to paint those little seascapes on the novelty spoons they sell at the pier.
He had a way of like discovering
Interesting way of thinking
people, then
of
sort
it.
of revealing them to themselves.
That is really beautiful. Seriously, he sounds amazing.
Wow,
The other women were not an issue.
Oh.
I knew who Javier was with. What Javier and I had was beyond the physical.
How is it incriminating to say she didn't care who
Someone's
he slept with?
infatuated.
She cared. That's just something they say. Of course, I might have been paying closer attention than you. You seemed a little distracted. Plus, it's always the spouse. Huh.
It's not always the
What?
spouse.
Email from your boss.
There was something historic about his chin. I think the nose
bit
needs to be more
more-
alert,
I thought you said it was soft and gradual like a sand hill.
but with an alertness. Like the whole
Like
bridge
a-
is working towards getting down to the point. You need to see the foundation.
Oh, the foundation. Got it. Great.
Oh.
Getting your brains on the job. That's well played.
Well, how do you get your brains?
Oh, I get mine the hardest way possible. I grave rob. Super fun.
Oh. Unless he's lying.
Have gone into medicine. I mean, come on. Look at this. Oh,
That guy you saw me chase in the vision, he tried to mug me. Just so you know. He
Oh,
came
so
at
you
me,
decided to up it a
raged
notch.
out.
I miss food so much.
I miss so many things. Who knew death would be this isolating, right?
It's a pretty deep subject, right?
You really nailed the historic chin. Bravo. Thrilled to have you here, and if you haven't used the facilities yet, a urine sample would be lovely.
Zero clue as honest. How do I even apologize for something like that? I swear to God, I wasn't 95% sure I would survive. I would throw myself off a bridge right now. I would be...
Oh, whoa! I'm so sorry. Oh, that's triggered something advantageous.
Calm down now. We're all adults here. First learn
Can I
about
just ask a question? Do you have a little Native American in your ancestry? Because those cheekbones.
Ms. Moore.
Oh,
She lived!
sorry.
I'm a quarter Cherokee.
Yeah, you are.
Oh my goodness.
When did you first learn about your girlfriend and Javier?
Someone keep an eye on Liv!
Well, that is a shame. Because I am lonely as hell, and the idea of trying to have a conversation with some 25-year-old that she swipes through Tinder makes me want to impale myself on that bar tab.
Well, there's no reason why we can't have a nice chat.
Sure there is.
It never maintains that consistency. There we go. It's a nice chat, and then...
And I'm sorry, are you listening to Chet Baker?
Is that who this is? I am loving him.
You're what? I tried to get you to listen to jazz for years. I spent weeks strategically arranging the perfect mix CD for you, and you stopped listening after 2 songs.
I think this is the CD.
You said you thought the lack of structure was narcissistic and you'd rather listen to someone dropping cutlery.
Why was I
There are
such a
these
jerk?
suspicious signs, but...
It was just one of the many things I accepted because you're super hot.
Hoping from time to time you might be so inclined as to help a brother out.
Lend a bit of a brain. Deal in brains.
Okay.
Jeez. That pause was like a year.
Can't just hand brains over in the police morgue. I'll have to meet up with you later.
Of course. I hang out at the
This is a
dog-friendly
secret
internet cafe
brain
with
meeting,
my
like
old
exchange.
surfers. I'll be there.
A little threatened here, and I find that disconcerting.
Oh, is he gonna lash out?
Homies. Hutch, you gonna help me out here, bro, or no? Okay, tell you what. Why don't you meet me here tomorrow?
Uh-oh! Yeah, she is not gonna be too pleased. Yeah.
Cut all the poisonous people out of my life.
Really his strong suit. Don't worry. When I'm running this city, I won't make the same mistake.
Oh boy.
Now, what mistake is that? Underestimating the little guy.
This is why you don't trust him. This. Oh, there we go. Oh, nasty. Had a feeling that was gonna happen, but don't push his buttons.
What did LL Cool J say? Don't call it a comeback, right?
Wow.
Before you get to despair, Jackie.
He's gonna make the problem worse, though. That's the thing.
$25K a month. I've got the brains you need to keep all
Because
your
this city's
fired.
gonna be soon overrun
Sure,
with
freaking spray tan,
zombies, isn't it? And it's gonna become a more pressing issue.
That's gonna be swell.
Ooh, should I find some personal items for you to touch?
I kind of just walk around and hope something happens. Sounds kind of lame now.
Spur
that
of
I
the
say it out
moment,
loud.
right?
No, it doesn't. You're on a quest for visions. A vision quest, if you will.
Stop enjoying yourself. It's unseemly.
I just love these two. I just love his personality in general, but the dynamic between these two is just sick.
Tito, I should explain something to you. I am not the kind of girl you want to mess around with.
I want to mess around with you.
Oh my god, dude. What a piece of shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh.
It's a good one. I wasn't sure what time you arrived, only that Artie left to go to an ATM. You killed Javier before you even got there. You found out he was gonna have the baby and start the family he never had with you.
Exactly, and someone
this.
was
tell
angered
me.
by that prospect.
20 minutes ago, Lola confided
Voila.
in me that you left the restaurant long enough to...
With an 18-year-old girl.
Lola Abano,
Drove her off the...
you have the right to remain
Deep end.
silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in
And
a
so
court of
the
law.
deep end went into Javier, so...
You little albino tease, look what you did to me.
Holy fuck!
a pair of cuffs in my car. You mind grabbing them for me?
I did everything to try to get just one moment of anything even remotely affection from you. You gave me nothing. The day I came to drop off your stuff, you could barely look me in the eye, and now you can't take not being close to me? You need to go.
Major?
No, just go, all right?
Oh, I mean, like, he's sensing mixed signals, but if he knew...
I could have spent sucking the marrow out of life. I spent building a resume for a life I'd never have. There were parts of me that were dead even before I became a zombie. So maybe that means it's possible for parts of me to spring to life, even now that I'm dead.
There's that irony, isn't there? Like, there is that greater pursuit, isn't there? That idea of I guess springing life some inspirational light. So yeah, but oh man, I really thought this was great, especially in terms of like developing for Blaine as well. Who, yeah, definitely is slotting his way into that antagonistic side of this, season. But no, I thought that was really great, especially, I guess, picking the brains, literally, from this inspirational artist, in a sense, like in terms of someone to give Liv that, I guess, boost, as she said at the end of the episode, really. So it's, pretty interesting stuff at the minute. So yeah, I am really loving this show further and further. I think it has that enjoyable capacity. Even the dynamic itself of, I guess, changing Liv up every, just a tiny bit every episode is a very fascinating concept. I have a feeling like what she manages to absorb is like a temporary thing, because I feel like if you make this a permanent thing, then it might risk the chance of it becoming a bit convoluted with all of the traits and personalities that she might absorb, etc. So yeah, but and obviously it would serve its convenience to the plot of the episode. But it is a very, very interesting concept. Like I noted about that in the beginning in last week's episode, and it is just very interesting to explore that even further about how she's able. I feel like how she's able to absorb certain traits and certain, I guess, passions, like Javier's artistic passions, I guess. And she's able to mold that into some kind of life lesson, I guess you could say, especially at the end of this episode. We kind of saw that in, I guess, in her eyes about how she's finding that chance to explore life and embrace it even further. And I guess it does add up about how she went back to Major, especially since there was that deep connection between them seemingly before she did die. And so in her mind, it's just a bit risky with the fact that she saw him kiss with someone last week, but it's a great chance to try and mold back into something that is familiar. I mean, it can be very, very, I wouldn't say intimidating, but uncertain, I would probably say, stepping into new terrain of passion. So this is something that she can associate with, and something that she has previously tried to dismiss only because of the fact that she's more so worried about the ramifications that might stem, especially with her zombie side. But deep inside, there is that yearning. And I feel like with this episode, with her absorbing that passion, etc., it's kind of exploited it in a sense. So hence why she tried to give it a shot there. But Major's not having any of it. So yeah, which, I kind of understand in a bit for him, because of the fact that it's been like half a year, and there is that worry that, you know, you're gonna showcase mixed signals, etc. So yeah, but still, I can't exactly blame Liv as well for trying to open out on something that is familiar terrain in terms of passion. So yeah, there is that. But yeah, as I said, I liked this episode a bit further, as well, continuing pushing my intrigue with the show, especially in the aspect of Blaine. We got a sneak see of him last week, not just in terms of how Liv became who she is today, but also that flash, that vision that she did have. But we got a bit more of a understanding about his character, and you know, I'm not gonna lie. He was giving me a bit of Spike vibes from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So, yeah, I don't know if it's just the paleness and the, you know, eye makeup and the blonde hair or whatever. But not just that, though, but I could see a kind of a middle alliance, not so much alliance, I don't know, in a sense, with the, you know, main protagonist and his character in future episodes, potentially, especially with the fact that he's a zombie, and unless Liv gets cured in some capacity, then there's not much in the room for her to, you know, explore a relationship, really, unless she does go with another zombie. And I think that could open the door with Liv and Blaine, potentially, who knows. But there was those worries that it would be a bit too simple to trust him and whatnot, especially with him say, you know what, I used to do this, I'm you know, clean from it, and he's taking up a new form of dealing, in a sense, more so with the brains rather than the drugs. I think he met those two people who was associated to his former occupation, and he just tore them a new one, as we saw with the blood splattering on the windshield. But now, like I said, he's taking up a new form of dealing, and it's more so about the brains, which is a very, very creative aspect in terms of, I don't know, showcasing the, I guess, threat of brains, because you get to turn, not just to turn people into zombies, especially getting your kink on, I guess, which was, I guess, a pretty, well, I wouldn't say big focus of this episode, obviously, but there were sprinkles of that, because Liv had a bit of a thing going on, thanks to what she managed to absorb in terms of Javier's mind. But Blaine was getting a bit lucky with that woman he met at the bar, and yeah, I was just worried about the fact that she's done for, and yeah, voila. So I am wondering if he has a plan in terms of turning people into zombies, overrunning this town, and managing to make a profit of it in some capacity, which, like I said, is a very, very creative element, but is obviously something that needs to be stopped. So, you know, that can create a bit of a tension between Liv and Blaine. So, but like I said, very creative way. So, yeah. But I'm not sure if all of the things that he said is, if there's some sprinkle of lies in terms of what he said, like the grave robbing, because he could still do that. But I feel like his main motive is to, of course, turn people into zombies and profit of it. And yeah, basically that. So, but yeah, it was really, really great to have that connection with Liv and Blaine. I am really loving more Ravi and Liv. I just love their, you know, connection so much. So yeah, they make for such a great combination, especially when Ravi came to confront Blaine, and you know, you had that you still had that fascination that he had when he first discovered that, well, he first had his suspicions confirmed regarding Liv being a zombie. So yeah, but I really love their connection, especially as well as Babineau as well. Of course, still a bit suspicious regarding Liv's psychic abilities, but of course they were discovering the whole murder of Javier, which of course was revealed to be Lola because of the fact that he was willing to open a family with someone much younger and not her. So yeah. I also gotta say, the way that Liv fended off that guy was pretty epic, especially with him trying to get his way with her, and she decided none of it. So I thought that was really nice, as well as to continue bringing out a bit of that zombie mode that we saw in the last episode. And there was a bit of a talk about that in this episode between her and Blaine, but it was also very great to see her give him a piece of, I guess you could say, her mind. So that's a pretty great way to, you know, incorporate this show and that saying. So yeah, no, but it was really great stuff to see that. So yes, but overall, I was pretty much loving how things went by with this episode, and continuing showcasing how pretty fun this show is, and you know, exploring the dynamics further, especially with Liv and Blaine, and you know, kind of seeing the beginning of that. So yeah, but not just that though, but also how last week it was more so about Liv, like the big thing for Liv to take away was her being able to help out people and being able to utilize the second chance. And in this episode, there is that spark of passion for Liv in terms of living a life, I guess, in an unlikely manner. Yeah. No, but that's, you know, basically it. So yeah, but you know, it is really great stuff to see things go by, and yeah, Ravi, I'm just loving him, and yeah, this is suddenly, I mean, it's only been 2 episodes, but it's suddenly turning into a very fun show that I'm really enjoying my time with. So yeah, but pretty neat stuff so far. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoy this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!